Hey, doctor friends, if you've said, I'm sorry for waiting 10, 20, maybe 30 times today, this is the episode for you. I want to offer you a small shift that's going to make your entire clinic day feel so much lighter, calmer, and honestly, more in control. Because what if I told you that apologizing all ding dong day is actually part of the reason that your day feels so hard? So, what is the solution? This. Hello, I'm Dr. Michelle Chestovich, and welcome to Stress RX. Let me paint a picture that I'm sure you're going to recognize. You're in clinic, you're running 20, 30, maybe 40 minutes behind. I know I've been there. And you walk into the next room and you're already feeling tense, rushed, and somewhat guilty. You knock on the door, you walk in, and you say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I'm running behind." And then you go on to the next patient. And again, you say, "I'm sorry I'm running behind. I'm sorry," all the ding dong day. And do you know what happens? This goes on and on and on. And by the middle of the day, it's not just that you're running behind, but you feel behind. This is how that shows up. You're constantly trying to catch up and you feel like you've done something wrong, right? That's where the guilt is coming from. I've done something wrong. I've let people down. But here's what's actually happening. Every time you apologize to your patient, you're reinforcing a story in your brain that I've done something wrong, that I'm guilty, that I'm failing. It's no wonder that it feels so heavy and that you're exhausted at the end of the day. Even if that's not consciously what you're thinking, your brain is hearing that. And that creates a lot of pressure. I've done something wrong. I don't want to do something wrong. I better apologize. And we better run faster. It creates a lot of mental noise. It makes you rush more. It makes you second guess. It certainly makes you feel much more flustered. And ironically, it often makes you feel slower. Slower with your thinking, certainly slower with your notes. You're not going to stop and finish them. And you're just less efficient overall. So the very thing that you're trying to do to be kind and professional is actually making your day harder. And I want to gently challenge you into something that you may believe. It's a lot of us were taught that apologizing is what makes us good doctors, that running on time is the best sign of showing respect. It shows we care, that it's the right thing to do. But here's the honest truth. There are a lot of other ways to show respect to our patients. And of course, we respect that they're waiting for us. But you're not running behind because you're sitting in the back eating snack and watching Netflix. You're running behind because you have a full schedule and patients are inadequately given enough time. And oh, by the way, you may have had a patient that says, "Hey doc, I've been having a lot of heartburn while I'm mowing the lawn." It's no wonder that we're running behind when we take the time that we need for our patients. And when we're constantly apologizing, our brain subtly thinks something's gone wrong, when in reality, nothing's gone wrong. You're doing your job and you're doing it very well. So here's the simple shift that I'd like you to try. Instead of saying, "I'm sorry for waiting, I'm sorry I'm running behind," I want you to say, "Thank you so much for waiting for me." Or, "I really appreciate you waiting." That's it. Same moment, completely different energy. Do you feel that? When you say thank you instead of "I'm sorry," a few things happen. Number one, your brain shifts out of guilt and into gratitude. This alone changes how you feel in your body. Secondly, you show up more calm, more grounded, and more present, and the patient feels that. And thirdly, they receive this just as well, if not better, because instead of focusing on the problem, you're acknowledging something positive. It's a tiny change, but it's not a small change, because you might be saying this phrase 15, 20, 30 times a day, and every single time you're either reinforcing the guilt or you're practicing gratitude and reinforcing calm, confidence, and control. So here's what I want you to do. Tomorrow in clinic, just notice. Start with gaining awareness of how often you apologize. It's no judgment, just awareness. That's always the first step. And then experiment with just this one simple swap. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for waiting. And see how it feels. See how your body responds. See how your day flows. You do not need to carry guilt into every single patient room. It's exhausting. And sometimes the smallest shifts in language create the biggest shifts in how your entire day feels. So go forth and give it a try and let me know how it works for you. This simple strategy was the very beginning of how I started to make a lot of shifts in my practice. I was always running behind, I was always having charting at night, and I needed to make a change. And with coaching, this is the small change that I started to make, and then it was a snowball effect. And this is what I also see in the clients that I work with. They start noticing how often are they apologizing, why they're not even stopping to finish their notes, why they're not even stopping to pee, and they start thanking the patient for waiting. And that subtle shift starts to make a big difference. So give it a try and see if that's the case for you. I imagine it's going to make your day so much better. And until next week, peace and love to all of you.